Welcome to this edition of India Means Innovation, where we discuss the technologically complex innovations coming out of India. Today we have with us Mr. Atul Kurani, Vice President at Capgemini, a global technology consulting and services giant. He is the head of life sciences business. Welcome, Atul.
Thank you, Aditya. Thank you for having me here.
Atul, sleep disorder is becoming a global problem.
Our attention span on anything is going considerably down because of our total, I can say, submission to the digital media, and that's where we are having a lot of wavering mind, and in general it causes a lot of issues where you are not able to calm your mind and go to sleep. During the daytime, when your brain activities are at a high level, normally you take considerable amount of air through your nose and lesser through your mouth. However, possibly when you are sleeping, it is required that you take lot of air through mouth also. It helps you to fill up your lungs. It will have a proper amount of oxygen and you can have a peaceful sleep. However, because the brain activities are going on, the hypoglossal nerve, which you have it, that gets choked up and you don't take enough air, okay, and you start snoring. And snoring is the first sign of sleep apnea, where you have a sleep disorder. You will definitely not have a good sleep, sound sleep. You will wake up in the night, you will try to increase the fan speed or AC reducing down, and these are all the signs where you are not having a sound sleep of that 8 or 8.5 hours, which definitely has an influence on your decision-making ability on the next day.
And the current solution to this problem are these external machines that pump air into you, right? I mean, you put a mask and there's a machine that pumps air through your nose so that you can sleep peacefully. What are the problems with that solution?
See, there are two solutions which are there. You start with sedatives of taking the sleeps, basically calming your brain and trying to get into sleep. Obviously, like taking more sedative has a negative impact on your health, so you should avoid that. Second thing is to have that CPAP part where you are taking an external oxygen through the machine which provides you the air. The problem is that most of the people, when they see that external attachment on your mouth, they feel very discomfortable, and possibly 65 to 70%, they buy the machine, but in possibly first 20 days, they give up that machine. So it is lying on your bed, you have invested into it, but you are never using it. Second thing is that this is not a permanent remedy. You will require that entire CPAP, mostly throughout the condition when you have it. Okay,
mostly for life.
Mostly for life, okay, till you have that disorder. And what we are seeking is that either avoiding sedative or avoiding this external machine to have something which is a permanent solution. And that's where the innovation comes in.
Can you tell us about this wonderful innovation that is an alternative to external machines?
So this is actually called as a sleep device. Here I show you a little implant, if you can see this one.
Wonderful.
This implant, if you can see, has a part of it as a battery, and the part of it is the embedded logic here, which goes as a software program here. The two leads come out of here. One of the lead is actually monitoring the air pressure in your lung. The second lead is actually implanted through your neck under your tongue to give you a little shock or a charge there. What basically it does is that because your hypoglossal nerve is choked, assuming your brain activities are at a hyper level, it is not active at that point in time and it's choked, it gives you a little pulse there. You actually move your lower jaw a little ahead, it gets a gulp of air inside, or you will say, open up your tongue, it gets a gulp of air. The air goes inside, you have a proper oxygen in your lungs, and in that case, you can get a good sleep. Now, important part is that this particular treatment makes sure that over a period of time, you reduce these charges and you start behaving in a normal fashion over a period of time, and it will become your permanent habit.
And what is this?
So this is the digital part of it, and that's where India actually scores over rest of the world. If it is digital, it has to be India. If it is AI, it has to be India.
So there's AI in this?
Yes.
So what do I do? I keep it on top here?
Yeah, once it is implanted on your body, then what you do is that you have created a digital solution that the data from this device, which is in your body, has to go over a cloud to a sleep doctor who is on the other end, and he's monitoring your sleep pattern, and he or she, actually is making sure that you are having a reducing charge, so that over a period of time, you don't require it and it becomes your natural habit, right? So this particular thing is nothing but what I can say is the IoT of your lungs. Okay, it is a device which gets the data out. We have built a cloud over it. It is fully secure from a device to the implant and device to the cloud. And on the other end, a sleep doctor is monitoring you. And then he does a sleep therapy, which is nothing but an electrical part of it, where electrical doses are adjusted in such a way that over a period of time, it keeps on reducing to take this out. From people who are in technology, this is nothing but it has a 3-computer board inside it. One of them is for the edge computing, because all the things you are getting out of this device, you want to process it before it goes to data.
And this is Edge AI.
Edge AI. Second thing is that obviously it has a 4G, 5G connectivity board here, and the third part is a cyber security part of it, because you want to make sure that it's secure, otherwise somebody will keep you asleep.
Right.
Totally awake, right? So your sleeps are lost if that happens. So a very simple IoT device where it can just send it down, and that's the digital part of it. Now, what really happens is that over a period of time, you can analyze the data, then put an AI over it, both on the edge side as well as on the server side, provide sleep studies, and then a new drug discoveries can happen for sleep. You can get specifically from a location and geo part of it, the typical workplace environment piece of it, and how you can actually segmentize that for really providing a targeted treatment.
Right now, how many such pieces are in the market? About 500,000?
Yeah, 500,000 device is what is there. See, right now it is launched in a limited geos right now. Only a couple of countries have it. Eventually you will see, I can say, huge number of countries having these things, because sleep is right now a global problem for everybody, and you will have this one.
This wonderful innovation has been created totally in India by your team.
Definitely. It is all created here in India. This is a product which we are very, very proud of.
Thank you, Atul. This is a wonderful example of India means innovation.
Thank you, Aditya. It was a pleasure.